Hi everybody, we're just going to go over different ways to sign up people as new customers or just signing people up in various ways in Canada. So I'm going to share my screen. So we're going to start with a new Canadian customer who is wanting to sign up with Canadian products on the Canadian website, because you know we have two different websites. We have the website where things that have gone through Health Canada are that they're in, and then we have the NFR site where things that they've kindly LifeVantage has kindly made available to us, but it's not through Health Canada yet. It's in the line. And they move over once they've gone through, but they're still over there. So we can still get those products over there. But we're going to start with the Canadian website with a Canadian customer, their first time signing up. So, so you want to have your name, whatever name you have. So mine's Tamahoot, my first and last name, .lifevantage.com. Cam would have camhuth.lifevantage.com. I have some people who just use their first name. However you've set up your distributorship name, that's what will be on there. You want to go to this flag on the left-hand side and click on, so this time we're going, it's whatever the customer, wherever they are from. That's what flag you want to click, not where you're from, where the customer's from. So this case, it's Canada, English, because we have Quebec online now, so that's awesome. Okay, so we go to shop, and say they would like the activated essentials. You can either click add cart here, or you can drill in, and you can decide how many of these they want. Say they just want one, you can go to add cart. Now, I'm going to move this a little bit over so you can see how it says share. You can either keep going and doing it for them, but I find people are more comfortable if you share with them. So often what I do, because I don't have my email set up, is I copy the link onto my clipboard, and then I go to my email, or I will text them. So in this case, I'm going to text Cam here, and I'm going to start a new one. We have to move this down. Let's see, are you going to show up? I don't know. Oh yeah, you are. Nope. It's being slow. Okay, so that'll show up, and I'm going to copy him. I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to send that to him. And what he can then do is it will show up in his world, and he can just complete his purchase. Now, if you want to do it for them, you can check out. And this is what it will bring up, and they'll tell you their information, or you can just hand over your iPad or laptop or phone, and they can go through, and you can pick their subscription here and remind them that it does save them 20%, and it's no cancellation fee. It's just a phone call in, or we can do it online. They can create their password, they can pick the date, they put in their shipping information, and if they do subscription, then they're a preferred customer then. And then you hit continue, and it just leads you through. So that's for a new customer on the Canadian site. So do you have any questions on that, Dad?
No, that's good.
Okay. Now,
the one thing though, I think you mentioned that you can cancel it with a phone call, which is true, but I'm not sure if you can cancel it online.
With a Canadian site, you have to go into their back office, and you can like if it's like on the Canadian site, you cannot cancel the NFR online. You have to call it in. But the Canadian one, you can. But you must go into their back office.
Okay, yeah.
So now we're going to do a new, let's see what's the best order. How about we do a new Canadian customer on the NFR site? Because this is where people get messed up a lot. So you must be in your, remember, have your name, .lifevantage.com. You must change it to Canada. And then do you see up here on this line, it looks different on a cell phone, so I'll just tell you that. Up here it says NFR, right here. So you must do it this way. You cannot go straight to the NFR site unless you're already a customer. But if you're a first-time customer and you want stuff on the NFR site, not to be confused with NRF2 or NRF1, NFR. Click on that. So then you'll see here, it's the NFR for Canada, mylifevantage.com, and I'm the distributor that they're signing up under. And say they would like one duo pack of Protandim NRF1 and NRF2. Say they would like one Omega Plus. All good choices, by the way. I simply remind you on this site, do not hit the cart, this symbol right here on any of them. Put in your numbers first and then hit the cart. Otherwise, you won't be able to put in all your numbers and it'll mess you up. So then hit the cart. And here it gives you all the sign up information they need, right? And I always, once I put this in, billing information, I always click and unclick for whatever reason. That seems to help. And then next, it just tells you, this is what you chose. Do you want to go back or whatever? And then your visa stuff. For visa, sometimes it will decline it. The reasons I found is LifeVantage has really clamped down because Canada is pretty rife with online people stealing identity theft and credit card theft. And so your bank must approve before it allows you to take it out. So you might need your customer to call their bank to allow it. I always try to, when it's a first-time customer, do it when customer service is open, so that sometimes that just doesn't work. You say, you know what, no worries, let's wait till Monday, we'll call in because LifeVantage is not open on Saturday or Sunday. So I always try to do a first-time customer when customer service or support is open, because that really just helps a lot, saves a lot of frustration. Because remember, we are pioneers and we are working out the kinks in Canada, and it's a privilege to do that. So, so that's how you sign up a new customer on the NFR site. Now, let's go back to just our basic starting place. Let's talk about a new distributor for Canada. So you go to join us. See this right here on the right-hand side of the screen. You go to join us. And you pick the country. No, hold on, was I not in? Oh yeah, I'm the distributor. Oh, you know what? Let's not go there. Let's go back. You must start with the flag. Start with the flag, otherwise it messes you up. Join us. The flag of their country, not yours, their country. And then you put in the country again here and the language. So This is another way you can do a customer one or a distributor. I just find it easier to go to the cart, and it makes more sense to people. It's more Amazon-ish. And then I just stick with this one for distributors. It's the same process for customers as we did before. It's just, you know, a different layout, but same idea. It walks you through it. But I like the other way because to them it makes more sense, and they can do it again, and it teaches them how to order. So if you want to enroll a new distributor, you click on that. They must have a start kit. And then we'll tell you up here what they've ordered, what the volume is worth. Then you select their kits. And so say they want to come in as a platinum, you add that to the order, and again it shows up here. And then you, I don't know, say they want to add in another probio because it's fun. No, they think their daughter might have good use of it. And then you go to auto ship. So this is another word we use for it is subscription. And this sets up their auto ship. Now on this, you want to pick the date that they want to come. And I always do it. So right now, say it is December 12th. So I'd say, you know what? Let's have your auto ship start on the 10th because then you'll never be out of stuff. And they always ask, well, does it cost to cancel? No, it doesn't cost to cancel. You just contact me. I'll help you. No problem. Great. So then say they want every month to have an activated essentials. So you add that to the auto ship and see how that's on this side. This is auto ship. This is their right now order. So this will not charge them today. It will charge them the next month on whatever date they picked. And then they say, I'm good, that's good. And then you go here. Now let's look at this carefully. So it has me as both the enroller and me as the sponsor as well. For most cases, that's exactly what you want. But say you're friends with a person in your downline and say, you know, I'll give you two scenarios. One is you and your friend have agreed that you will enroll them, but you will place them under your friend. So you would be the enroller, your friend's ID number would be in this spot because then they would get the benefit of the volume, right? Say you were, whatever, there's different scenarios of why you would do that. Sean and I do that. I enroll and place under him. It works well at this point. Another thing is, you know how we have customers can benefit. Well, the customer must be on auto ship and the person they brought to you must be on auto ship for it to work, for them to get points. And their ID needs to go in both the enroller and the sponsor spot or they do not get anything. So, yes, I said that correctly. It is your customer. This is your customer's customer, a customer brought a friend to you, you would put their ID in both spots so they get the benefits of the customer reward program that we have. Then you continue to fill this out. And are you a United States person or company? If they're in Canada and they're Canadian, no, you're not. If they're, you know, from another country, if they're from the States, then yes, they are. People get confused about that question. Agree to all that, and then it goes into payment information. I always recommend that whoever is upline of the new person first enrolling, I often just sit on the phone on mute. And then if someone has a question while they're in the middle of it, they're a new distributor, they're signing up, their first 50 people, could be, it doesn't matter how many. If they feel they need help, I just sit quietly on mute. And then I just help to make the process very smooth because I for the most part, know what's happening, or I can call in and get help, get backup, right? So that's what I suggest. If you've signed up a few people and you understand this, offer that to your new distributors, because it really, really helps. There's just some tricky moments to be had, and it just helps. So Dad, do you have any questions on that one?
That's good. I think I'm good on that. Thanks, Tama.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to, let's just go back to our base point of, our name.lifevantage.com. So let's see here. We've done Canadians, a new Canadian customer on the Canadian website. We've done a new Canadian customer on the NFR website, and we've done a new Canadian distributor with Canadian products. And the new Canadian distributor with American products, you would simply do the same way as you have to do 2 orders then. One is on the NFR site, and you can choose to either do the Canadian or the NFR site. It doesn't matter which one you go to at first, as long as you do the kit, that you always make sure they have 1 order of the kit with the kit, the $44 start kit in it. So it's always the same on the NFR site. If that's their very first order, you must go from here. You must go with your name there to the end this way. You cannot go directly to it. So
2 separate events. One is the enrollment, and then the second one is the NFR checkout for the product. Is that correct?
They can fill up, say they're making up their own pack, which I don't recommend on the first order, but they totally can. It's totally up to them, as long as they have about 260 US or Canadian dollars. That equals about the 200 PV they need for, they can do that on the NFR site if they want. Most people kind of do a mix. If their very first order ever is on the NFR site, they haven't done the kit or anything and haven't gotten an ID number already, you do it just the same way as we went through. Put your name, put the NFR, so they're like a customer, their very first order. And then if you do, as long as they go and order the kit on the Canadian site, then they, so they can become, now that's not correct. Let me tell you what you gotta do. What I would recommend always, let's back up here. This is what I do, and so I should tell you what I do. I always go through the Canadian site first, get their number, and then you must sign into their back office to upgrade them as a distributor. If they've already been a customer. If they've not been a customer already, it's their first time, what we just did for them to become a distributor is what stands. You go to join us, become a distributor, and you do that way. If they're already a customer, you log into their back office. So, and then I can't show you because I'm not gonna log into anyone's back office, but on the right-hand side, it'll say upgrade to distributor. You click that. You must do that. Otherwise they get two IDs and you have to call in and correct that. So if they're already a customer and they want to become a distributor, you have to log into their back office. Now for all of my customers, there are some of them that like to make their own orders, but some of them want you to do it. So I have a password that the office, usually the customer service gives everyone the same one. I'm not gonna say what it is. And so I keep it as that because they want me to do the work for them. They want me going into their back office. When they upgrade to distributor, then we go to the point of you get your own password that I don't know. And, you know, we go from there. But, okay, so so let's talk about an existing Canadian customer. So they have to be a preferred customer. Otherwise, they can just do spot orders. They go to your site every time. They just do an order. And let's see about that. Let me think about that. They still get an ID number. So they would go to shop, and they would. So I'm gonna log in to my account. So this would be the same. This is what they would do. They go to my account. They would log in. And then their back office will look different, but they'll go to shopping. Because our customer, they won't have all the same things on their back office because they're not a distributor.
If they're a customer, couldn't they not simply go to their own back office and then place their Canadian order from the shop tab?
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, they log in, go to shop, and they proceed to say they want, say they can look at bundles, which we have one in Canada, and it's free shipping. Add it to cart. We have one at this point. View the cart. They will have their information here, and they can just proceed to do that. So they must sign into their back office once they're already a customer and order from there for the Canadian site. Now, for the NFR site, they can go now directly. So you can go nfr.lifevantage.com. How about this? What's going on here? nfr-ca.lifevantage.com. How about that? There we go. I like that better. So nfr-ca.lifevantage.com. You can go directly there once you have your ID. And again, it's that same thing. Say they want one hand lotion, one Axio, grapefruit Axio, and that's it. That's all they want. Click on the cart then, and then you sign in, and then that's how you order, right? But you could, once you're already a customer, you can go directly to the NFR site.
That's for an existing PC.
An existing preferred customer, or an existing customer, as long as you have an ID. So a Canadian distributor is the same thing. Log into their back office for Canadian products on the Canadian website. You just log in, go to shop, order from there. And it doesn't matter if you're a distributor or customer. This is how you shop off the NFR site. It all has to do with your login, right? Which you will already have. Those are the ways that I can think of to log in. There's about, you know, a few different ways, as you can see at this point in our company. It will simplify as time goes on, as more things come over to the Canadian site. So,
Actually, that's going to happen big time this year with the NRF1, and eventually with the Omega Plus.